Alrighty, afternoon. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden, and Panda's up the hillside doing what she does. And I'm having one of those. They keep telling me it's gonna rain, keep telling me it's gonna rain. It's not rained yet. Excuse me. So, I'm gonna see how much I can get done before it rains. We're gonna start over here with the last of the eggplants and my nata pina peppers, and some other stuff over here that just go get it in the ground in what's supposed to be the perennial garden, even though these are annuals, just so I can get them in the ground before they die, type thing. And that's where we're going to start, and just kind of see how much I can get done until the rain actually hits or does not hit. So far, these are my elderberries, sitting in a big bucket of water. Still look like they're doing fine. Nothing's crazy droopy. Hopefully they'll root. We'll kind of see from there. But that's what we're doing. And there's Miss Panda. I know you heard her run up on the porch. She's checking me out. She's like, "Let's go, Mom. What are we doing?" So I'll talk to you all later, or show you progress, or a rainstorm, or something. I don't know. See you in a few. So, if you're wondering how I'm going to plant stuff in here when it's full, it's because I've got a lot of stuff that's gone to seed. I actually need to take some of my turnip seeds here, collect them, set the rest of the compost pile. Same thing with the beets. Pull them, eat them, or compost them. I'm going to leave my lettuce. I'm not going to mess with my spinach here, because I don't remember which ones were the spinach strawberries. I'd have to go back and look at my notes. So I'm going to leave this area here fine. I need to get the seeds off my broccoli. And I need to go ahead and get my lettuce out of here, because it's gone. And I will take this spinach, because these have also bolted. I mean, and you can't get anything off of them. Those are what's leaving first. And then in this row is where I'll be able to do like the eggplants and the couple of squashes that I've not been able to put over in the new annual garden. So they're just going to come over here in the perennial garden. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So this row will look very different when I'm done. It's okay. It's how it is. That's just kind of where I'm going to start, and we'll just kind of, like I said, we'll go until I'm done or until it rains type thing. Yeah, and then, little updates. Asparagus is still doing great. Again, this is year 2, so it doesn't, year 2, they're not huge yet, which is fine. They will be, I think, next year, because some of these are like those right there. Got good fat stalks on them. So I think next year I'll actually be able to harvest, some of the fatter stalks. I've been really careful that in each little asparagus plant that I've let 2 or 3 of the stalks actually grow and fern out. But if you look at that one, there's a new baby stalk right there, left of the screen. I think he'll be a snack asparagus today. Because he's already got 3 that I've let fern out. Which is what you've got to do to let the roots know that they've got to do what they need to do and store energy for winter. So there's another one. There you go, right in there. Let's see if I can find him on the... Anyway, there he is. You can see him right there. Nice. Not the dead one there in front, but there's one standing right behind him. That's also another sprout. I do not think I'll pick him, as he's only got one other that is ferned out, that's fallen over. So I will probably let him stand and fern, because that's what they need to do. They got to do their little ferny thingies to store up the energy. Seems like this one's got this one that's standing tall, and it's got one that's already fallen over. So I try and always make sure that they've always got at least one standing. This one has 3 standing and one, almost 2 that's fallen over. So, it just helps them replenish what they need to replenish to get through the winter. All right, with that, when I'm done working in the garden, I'll probably be harvesting the garlic flowers there, and the one back there. Again, that way the bulb focuses on fattening the bulb, not growing the flower. Yeah, my potatoes are doing great. You know, it's the only kale that came up and it's been chewed on. I don't remember what I planted here. It's doing great, whatever it is. Yeah, my radishes, again, some of them have bolted and gone, are starting to flower. So I'll probably end up harvesting some of those again today too. Otherwise, I'll have radish flowers in my salads. Walking onions, again, I've not harvested any because I need them to do exactly what they're doing right there. Walking onions tend to do their onion sprouts right there on the tip of the stem after they flower, and I will end up planting all of those. So I will end up with 50 plus walking onions, just like I had last year before Snowmageddon killed them all. And then I'm gonna have to go back and get the bucket and harvest some strawberries. See if I can find it. There you go, there's one right there. He's just picking out, going, eat me. So, gotta do some strawberry harvesting today. All right, it's just this garden little review. So I'll talk to you when I'm done, or when it rains me out. See you in a few. Alrighty then. Got a cart full. Say, first spot there is completely empty, which is awesome. And then you can see kind of the middle spot there, in between the onions and akachas, etc., is empty, which is awesome. I will also be lifting up the plastic right here, so I will have 3 spots that are empty. And then from there, I get to start my work. I believe, no proof, but I think my onions died in the wintertime because they are in the shady part of the garden. I mean, you can see it right now. It's you know, full shade. They've not had direct sunlight yet. They'll get it soon because this one's in the sun now, but they're not in sun yet. So, excuse me, so I'm going to move them from that end of that row to this end of this row. And as they walk, if they walk into the lettuce, that's okay, because by the end of June, roughly in 3 weeks, all that lettuce will bolt. Lettuce is not a summer crop, so that gives them literally, you know, the empty spot, the lettuce spot where I'm letting the spinaches go and the achachas go. They just have plenty of room to walk. It's what they need. And then what I'll end up planting down there are the eggplants, so they can spend a little more time in the shade. Eggplants don't like it excessively hot. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Whew, bless me. Alrighty. So, eggplants down there at the far end where the onions are. And then what I'm going to put up here are the 2 jalapeno peppers, because the fern-like off of the, yes, Nita, you just said what they were. Asparagus, there we go, won't shade them or block them, so they'll go right there in the plastic. And then here closer to the end, I've got 1 cucumber seed that came up, so I'm going to put it there and give it a tripod, so it'll go up the tripod, and won't interfere with the peppers either, which will pretty much, oh, and then down there also with the eggplants, I have 2 butternut squashes, 2 different varieties. 1 of each seed came up. I planted 4. I don't know why they didn't come, but it doesn't matter. They're going to go down there as well. And that should pretty much fill in as they grow up the rest of this garden, you know, in annuals and or perennials, and take care of everything that I have in seed right now. You know, stop potting it up and go ahead and get it in the soil, in the ground. So when we lose this, you know, everyday rain, it's just going to get hot. They need to be in the ground. So let me get busy, and I'll talk to you later. Alrighty. Cucumber and peppers are in. Walking onions have been moved. The come down this way. Just kind of cleaned up a little, got rid of some weeds. I've not planted that one yet. That's a blue butterfly pea. I need to get a vine, a trellis for it to climb up, and I'm going to go ahead and put them across the back row. My 2 butternut squashes are in, and my eggplants are in. So the white fabric here, this is moth fabric. It does really well at keeping the It's a moth that likes to get onto things like squashes and broccolis and my eggplants and so on down the line. So I'm gonna lets water through, lets sun through, doesn't let the moths through to lay eggs. So now that they're planted today, they have to be covered today. I did not have a problem with my squashes last year at all. Had a huge problem with my eggplants. Last year I had 6 eggplants. I only had 1 survive, and it only gave me 2 pieces of fruit. So definitely going to get that into place today. And then just kind of keep going from there. Before I can hook that up, though, I need to lay down the my soaker hoses, at least in this row, so when I put the fabric on, I don't have to disturb anything. You know, they're covered, soaking hoses in place. Because sooner or later, we're not going to have all this rain. Don't ask me when, but sooner or later. So anyway, let me go back and get busy, and I'll talk to y'all in a few.